Okay.
We're here tonight talking with David Sessions about the upcoming 5th season of the Knights of the Beekley series. And David, could you tell us a little bit about what you've got lined up for us this year?
Thanks, Bob. It's been a dynamic process these last 5 years, and we've got some of our best acts coming here ever, I think. We enjoyed one of our best attendance records last year, and we enjoyed some of our best reactions to our artists. And so we decided to bring back 3 of the artists from last year who are going to join us, and then we have 4 more artists who are going to fill our place with some great music this upcoming year.
Which artists are coming back this year?
There was a young student who had graduated from the Berklee School of Music named Liz Longley, and we kind of took a chance on her last year, and she came here on the word of Livingston Taylor, and shortly after her performance here, she won the 2010 John Lennon Songwriting Award for the United States, and was presented that award by Yoko Ono. And our audience fell in love with her, and if you weren't there that concert, you missed something special. And so we decided to wait and bring her back at the end of the season and give her a little time. And she is now touring Europe and the United States, and really becoming a tremendous act that we thought.
I remember that night. That was a great concert. It was one of my favorites from last year.
Every once in a while, what has drawn me back to keep on doing this periodically is I love the feeling when I hear an audience become mesmerized by somebody, and I felt that evening Liz Longley did that.
I think we saw that several times last year. There were some really good moments last year.
I appreciate you saying that. There's so the other act is a woman named Amy Speece, who is right now touring with Judy Collins all over the country. She is on Judy Collins' recording label, and she appeared last year, and again, I had the same reaction to Amy. She really put on a fantastic show, and after the show, she admitted to me that, number one, she was a ski racer for Amherst College, and there's a few skiers in this audience, and our new sponsor, Ski Sundown, shows how much skiing we have in this area. So Amy promised to come back and ski with us on the day of the concert. And then she decided to bring back a guy with her that has been one of the crowd favorites from our first 3 seasons. And he's been here twice before, and he puts on one fabulous show. He's a guy named Kenny White. And Kenny started his professional career as an ad salesman, meaning an ad composer. And he has composed many tunes that you have rolling around in your head. And my favorite was The Heartbeat of America, which all of us remember from Chevrolet. But at age 45, he decided to go off on his own and begun composing music, and he's done some just tremendous work. So he and Amy are going to do a co-bill, one of our first co-bills everywhere, and I know that a lot of people have been excited about that show.
That's great. And who else do you have?
Well, we have, as always, there's surprises, and our first concert is with an LA group duo named the Milk Carton Kids. Don't let their name fool you. They're in their mid-20s, and they tour nationally, and they're right now supporting their 2nd album, and they're acoustic guitar based and tremendous talents. But their agent just gave me a call, and they're going to bring an opening act. And this opening act is a woman named Gabby Marino. And upon reading her literature, I listened to her music, and she is one heck of a blues singer and a jazz artist. And she has written in her young career, she's 25, she has won an Emmy for the opening song to Parks and Recreation, for those of you in television land out there who watch Parks and Recreation, has also won numerous other awards for her music, and has been interviewed by NPR 4 times on All Things Considered. She's a national talent, and we're going to have her as an opening act.
Wow, that's great.
So it's a pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited about the concert. We have next a group called the Edna Project, who is a family. Each are major artists in their own right, the husband and the wife. And I'll let you judge and go on the website for yourself. But they have written an album that has received national attention. because they put the music of Edna St. Vincent Millay's poetry, put the verse of Edna St. Vincent Millay's poetry to music, and her society has called this kind of a masterpiece. So they're going to come here and perform that that evening. The February concert is a guy that I've fallen in love with myself, so every once in a while, once a year, I get a guy that I kind of love. And he's a little-known artist like Liz Longley was last year. And he lives in a farm in rural Vermont in a log cabin. And he's been a writer for the past 6 years. And he's come out with his second album, which has been #1 on the Amazon Airplay list for folk and Americana. And his name is Putnam Smith. And he's coming with a trio, a cellist, a violin, and he plays 4 instruments. And you'll find him to be a refreshing, completely different evening of music. And then finally, our March concert is a nationally known artist named Darrell Scott, who has produced 10 albums of his own. He was recently named by Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin to be on what he calls the Band of Joy, and Darrell was the lead guitarist on the Band of Joy and traveled the world with Robert Plant in any number of venues, very large. But Darrell himself has a nationwide following. He was the ASCAP Songwriter of the Year twice, and has been covered by over 100 artists for his music, but also he's one dynamite singer himself. So he's our real exciting act that's coming in March.
Sounds like you have a really good season lined up.
I hope to. So we'd love to have you come join us.
Now tell us a little bit about opening night. When does the season kick off?
The first show is October 15th, 7 o'clock reception, 7:30 show. Since we're going to have an opening act, it's going to go a little bit later, but we're usually out by 10. And if I can give one last little piece on the philosophy of the show, I know many people in town have often seen these brochures hanging around town, or now posters. And the idea of the show, or the series really, is to be a series, not just a show. And most of us get lackadaisical about our musical taste. We don't really listen to anybody but who we've got in our CD player, and it doesn't get out very much. So most of the acts coming here are not people you're familiar with, and you won't necessarily know them by name. But what I'd like to say to you all is, if you take a chance, bring yourself down here. I'm pretty much, I can guarantee to you, sometime during the year, you're going to be surprised. And that's the element that we want to bring to the Nights at the Beekley. We're bringing national level talent that comes here and plays in a unique setting, good acoustics, great listening, and comfortable chairs. You have a little bit of wine, you have a little bit of community, and you also get one very interesting night of music.
And how can people buy tickets?
Well, please call the Beekley Library at 860-379-7235. You can come visit our website, which is www.nightsatthebeekley.com, or better yet, just Google Nights at the Beekley. I also have a Facebook friend page, which is a friend of the concert series. You'll get little tidbits that I put out, little pieces of film and about the artists, and you'll keep up to date on what's going on in the series.
Sounds great. We're really looking forward to the season.
Great. Thanks for having me.